Good morning. Welcome back to Deb's True Crime Notebook, where we read the documents for you so you don't have to. This is day 24 in the Richard Allen trial, and the jury is still deliberating. We do not have an answer. So I thought it might be interesting to you to go over what the official charges are, what he faces, and what the jury could potentially choose if they find him guilty. So the charges that Richard Allen faces are Count 1, felony murder of the death of Abigail Williams during an attempted kidnapping. Count 2, felony murder of the death of Liberty German during an attempted kidnapping. Count 3, murder for the intentional killing of Abigail Williams. Count 4, murder for the intentional killing of Liberty German. So let's take a look at the definition of felony murder. In Indiana, felony murder means that a person can be charged with the murder if someone dies while they're committing or attempting to commit certain serious felonies like robbery, arson, drug dealing, or kidnapping. Even if they did not intend to kill the victim, essentially, if a death occurs during the commission of a felony, those involved in the felony can be charged with murder regardless of who directly caused the death. So the Indiana law also includes the felony murder rule, which allows a person to be charged with murder if someone dies while they are committing or attempting to commit certain serious felonies. However, the Indiana Supreme Court has narrowed the scope of the felony murder doctrine, requiring that the state to prove that the defendant engaged in dangerously violent and threatening conduct. Okay, so let me see if I can explain this. If the person on the bridge came up to the girls and forcibly told them to get off of that bridge, you're coming with me, we're going down this hill, you're not crossing that bridge again, it's not safe, and forced them to go down the side of the hill, and then left them once they were down off of the bridge, and someone else came along and committed the acts of murder against the girls. The person who forced them to get off the bridge would in most cases not be found guilty of felony murder, even though they did forcibly make them leave the bridge area. Now let's take a look at the count 3 and count 4, which are essentially the same, except they're pertaining to, count 3 pertains to Abigail Williams, count 4 to Liberty German. And it's murder for the intentional killing of Abigail Williams and also of Liberty German. In Indiana, intentional killing is defined as murder, which is the knowing or intentional killing of another person. It is a felony offense and is considered one of the most serious criminal offenses in Indiana. So, in this case, intentional murder would be that Richard Allen laid in wait, took the girls down the hill by gun, took them over to the crime scene, and ended their lives there. And that was his plan to begin with, that he knew what he was doing. He made a conscious effort to end their lives. In a case that's gripped the nation, Richard Allen stands at the center of the storm, accused of heinous murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. The courtroom buzzed with tension as the weight of the evidence hung heavily in the air, and the families of the victims clung to hope and despair in equal measure. As the jury deliberates, the world holds its breath, waiting for a verdict that could either deliver justice or plunge the community deeper into turmoil. Will the truth emerge from the shadows, or will it be shrouded in mystery forever? The fate of Richard Allen and the quest for closure for Abby and Libby now rest in the hands of 12 strangers. Each grappling with the gravity of their decision, the clock ticks down, and with each passing moment, the stakes grow even higher. What will the verdict be? The answer looms like a dark cloud.